And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Detroit!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Derek Kindred there to get a hand on that one.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Landry now on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mayfield now on second down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now let's go.
They go play action here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Ajayi. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 319! 319!
A first down throw from Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to... And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And it'll be 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 29. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Hey, we all know it's turned into a passing league in the NFL, but that doesn't mean people still don't like to run the football. When you run it that successfully, your offensive line is fired up. What they want to do each and every game is run block. Get out and smack some people. I would say go ahead and run it again.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Here we go now.
Mayfield on play action. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Green 39. Green 39.
3rd and long for Mayfield. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. This one from 46 yards out. And the kick by Gonzalez, he is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Austin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a third down. Yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield on first down, dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They go play action. Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Throwing, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. There he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are back within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively? Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent. But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here. It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves. I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. He got 29 yards that time. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it? Able to dump it over the top to him. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there. Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time. Jackson certainly giving the Ravens a spark in his rookie year. He's got them on the move with a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And on the ground they go with a running back. He's to the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens will extend their lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mayfield to throw. There he goes inside the 30. That's Njoku over the middle. And down to the 19-yard line. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Mayfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Here we go now.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Baltimore, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cleveland. Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the New York Jets. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Darren Lee. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Play action. Now it's Allen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Watch it now, Barney!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Going deep for Benjamin. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And now it's 3rd down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Going underneath for Crowell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He's going to get it running right. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw, it's Allen. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Allen. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Watch it now, Barney.
On the run, Darkwa. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And he hits Jermaine Kearse. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's got a new one. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. O'Neill's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
All right, here we go.
The pitch to Crowell, twisting away. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They keep it with Crowell on first. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Gun! Detroit!
On play action, Allen rolling to his right. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Buffalo. 63 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Patriot!
Operating from the red zone now. Allen throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Maclin, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Allen. He may try and run for this. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 1st down throw, Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Here's Darnold. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. 2nd half begins with a run by Crowell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the 2nd half, Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third down and 12. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Dumps off to Powell. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Allen looks to throw on second down. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Here's tight end Clay, the intended receiver. This is the running back, Powell. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Neil Sterling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point now coming from Myers. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jones has it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To the air. Allen. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Going deep for Benjamin. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Again, it's Crowell. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch it now, Barney. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Darnold on 1st down. Going underneath for Corral. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Kevin Minter with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. The Bills getting set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Morris Claiborne, the former #1 pick of the Cowboys there defensively. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. Man open right side. It's the tight end play. And spinning now. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Now Allen again. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Detroit!
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively.
3 down.
And again, it's Allen. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. Fights through, and now a crease. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Allen. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Here's McCoy. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's McCoy. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Now Allen off the bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kelvin Benjamin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Darnold. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit, Detroit.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. And now out come the Bills. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
To throw is Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And
because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. 58, Mike.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. It's caught, Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw, Allen. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Bills on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Allen to throw. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Gone!
Throwing on first down is Allen. He finds McCoy, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Allen being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
To the air, Allen. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, partners, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended. Down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal, go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock, right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for the Jets, it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3-10 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
You